Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're back in Arran and we're exploring the town of Brodick. This is going to be a two-parter because we're also going to go to the north of the island and explore Lochranza. To get to Arran, we had to take the Glensannox ferry from Troon. There's a big issue with the ferry services at the moment. Usually we would get from Ardrossan, however it was quite a mixed timetable on today's trip. The ferry took about an hour and 15 minutes, which was a wee bit longer than the Ardrossan one, but we didn't mind because the Glensannox is actually quite a nice ferry with lots to do. We arrived in Brodick and had a wee explore of the village, which is the main hub in Arran. Such a nice place. You can see all the hills in the background, and also it was quite interesting watching the ferry come and go. It's a nice wee place just to even kind of sit and relax. But for today we were going to do a bit of exploring. We wanted to head up to Lochranza, but the buses were a bit funny today. It was due to something with the kind of ferries and things, so we were able to explore some of Brodick whilst we waited on the bus. So definitely a great place to take the drone up, have a wee look at the bay. We're just coming up to the golf course here as well, which is quite a cool wee golf course. There's a fisherman's walk that runs past the golf course, so if you're heading to climb Goat Fell, you take the fisherman's walk up to the start of Goat Fell and you pass this golf course, and you actually kind of walk kind of through the golf course, so take care in case you get hit by any of the balls. It was a nice day today. It was lovely wee kind of views over to the bay, so managed to get the drone up and have a wee look, which was really good. The Isle of Arran is a popular place for tourists. The Ardrossan to Brodick ferry is the busiest of all the ferry routes in Scotland. You can see why. It's not too far away from the mainland, easily to access, and the place is just full of lots of activities, nice walks, nice kind of trips, nice views. You can see why thousands of people flock here every year. There are some interesting prehistoric sites on the island, from the giant's graves in Whiting Bay to the stone circles dotted about. Those will have to wait for another video, but it will give me a great excuse to come back to this lovely island. Goat Fell is the highest point on the island, and it's a corbett which we climbed a few months ago. Check out that video as we get some great views from the top. To get to Goat Fell, you can take the Fisherman's Walk, which is a lovely walk by the shore, giving stunning views across Brodick Bay. Just up from the Fisherman's Walk is Brodick Castle. Now, Brodick Castle was built in 1510, however there was a stronghold here for many hundred years before. It was predominantly owned by the Dukes of Hamilton and was used mainly as a sporting estate. The castle today is run by the National Trust of Scotland and is open to the public, and it was a popular tourist attraction here at Arran. The gardens are beautiful. The building is quite impressive, but I think it's the setting here in Arran that makes this truly beautiful. It does cost for entry into both the gardens and the castle itself, but for National Trust members who've got paid their membership, then I think it's free of charge, or it should be free of charge anyway. Definitely worth a visit if you've got your National Trust membership, but I don't know if I'd recommend paying the full price just to go. It was nice to have a wee look around. We managed to kind of get into the gardens, but we did it without paying. The highest point in Arran is Goat Fell. This is a Corbett. It's just short of a Munro. However, it is quite a tricky climb, and you can put some more effort than some of the Munros. So it's just the entrance starting point is just the Brodick Castle. Here we have the brewery, and we've also got a nice kind of winery.
Welcome back to the channel. We are at Lochranza, at the north point of Arran. Take the drone up, have some views of the castle.
On the north side of the island lies Lochranza. To get to Lochranza you can take the bus, which takes about 50 minutes. However, the buses are quite rare. I think they're about an hour and a half every 2 hours kind of thing, but it takes you kind of 50 minutes to get here. The main part of Lochranza is the castle. The current structure is from the 16th century, and it was used by Oliver Cromwell in the 1650s. The castle is in the care of Historic Scotland, and it's free to enter today. It does stand in ruin, but you can go inside and imagine what this impressive castle would have been like. It is believed that Robert the Bruce landed here on his return from Ireland. His grandson Robert II also used this as a hunting lodge. During the 1490s, James IV used the castle in his campaign against the Lord of the Isles and the Clan MacDonald. By the 1700s, the Hamiltons owned the estate. By the 18th century, the castle began to decline and was in ruin. Interestingly, Lochranza is said to have the fewest hours of sunshine of any village in the United Kingdom, and it is the most shaded village in the entire world. This is because it lies on a north-facing glen. Lochranza is also interesting for its geology. People from all over the UK come to study this. The nearby Hutton's Unconformity is where James Hutton, the father of modern geology, found his first example of an angular unconformity. I have researched this, but it is very difficult to explain. We're now looking over to the pier here at Lochranza. There is a ferry that runs to Clunaig on the mainland. The ferry takes roughly 45 minutes. We decided to go the Fairy Dell walk. This takes you up past Lochranza and up through the Fairy Dell, providing stunning views across to Lochranza Bay. In Lochranza, the Arran distillery here is based. We went in for just a wee coffee and a cake. However, you can do the tour and also taste some of their fine whiskies that they produce. The coffee was really nice, and with a nice wee slice of cake. The distillery is one for any whisky lovers who are interested in their drams. It was then back to Brodick to go for our dinner and catch the last ferry back home. We checked out the Fallen Goat for a nice pint, and I had a nice pint of red stripe. What a day, much needed. I then got a nice wee fish and chips fill me up before boarding back on the ferry back to Troon. Didn't want to leave these stunning views, but we knew we had to go home, and we waited on the Glen Sannox coming back into port. I will be back in Arran sometime shortly, check out some more parts of this majestic island. Well, that brings our adventure in Arran to a close. We've had a great day today exploring the island. Thank you all for watching again. Please remember to like and subscribe. Keep smiling, and I'll see you on the next one.